Dr. Sam Foote is our guest on Newsmaker Sunday. He is the one who blew the whistle on these allegations that as many as 40 patients may have died in the Phoenix Veterans Healthcare Center because they were delayed care, put on secret waiting lists, all this kind of stuff. You think that number may actually come out higher than 40 when it's all said and done?
Let me say I'm fearful that it may. And now that won't be that they were all preventable deaths. Many of those will not be preventable deaths, but there is real potential that there'll be more than 40. And I say that because I've discovered several other cases through the email address that I left. And the other thing is, it's not just patients that are waiting for new patients. We've also discovered patients that were waiting for return appointments, and that's why I think the number will be higher.
We've got about a minute and a half. Bottom line this for me. Is part of this just that the system is overwhelmed, or is it that in the Phoenix VA there was a culture of corruption, obfuscation, whatever you want to call it? Misdirection.
The fundamental problem is a horrible mismatch between the demand for care and our ability to supply it. And the administration chose to hide it rather than be open about it. And we're micromanaged by Washington, so they didn't really have the option of hiring more providers, because if they hired more providers, they have to hire 3 more support staff for each one. So Washington is very much to blame. They implemented the new PAC system, which promised Ferrari-like performance with a very similar price tag when we were struggling for just providing basic Chevy transportation. Yes.
What happens now?
Well, I would hope that we get new management, and I can tell you with those 3 people gone, or at least on administrative leave, that when people come into work, they're going to be a lot less anxious that they're going to be persecuted or, manipulated. And I think we need to go forward. Probably we need to tell Washington we've got to knock off your micromanaged PAC rules, and we have to immediately get in more providers and use the support staff that we have.
Is there a chance that because of this case it will uncover this and people will say we need some reforms here top to bottom?
I think one of the reasons Washington and Mr. Petzel, Dr. Petzel did what he did was they're afraid that Phoenix is not the only. They may know that, and the word it may be that this is the first one to implode, but there may be others out there.
Dr. Foote, thank you for being with us on Newsmaker Sunday. Really appreciate your time. We'll see you next week.